Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Opposite Field Outlook. I am Jack. That is Andrew. We are chilling on this
That is me.
Monday night. Uh, Andrew, how are you doing today?
Good man. Got back from a water polo meeting. Gonna be doing that my fall semester for freshman year. Trying to stay active. Stay as swole as Bartolo Colon for the Mets. Yeah, he's definitely an alpha male. I'm only hoping to be like him. But yeah, just doing my thing, getting through classes. Oh yes. Yeah, just living on up. I went to a couple bars 2 weeks ago and this week. So college is fun for sure. How about you, Jack? How you doing?
College is a great time. I agree. I'm having a great time. I'm tired all the time though, because I make poor choices about when I should go to bed. Like even when I don't go out, it's like 1 a.m. is fine, and then I have a 9 a.m. class, which is fine. It's just something that
You
I gotta
aren't
get good
alone.
at. Yeah, I'm sure everyone is doing the same thing anyway. The bus system here at KU is kind of mid sometimes, so we have to walk up the hill. And I know it's like Kansas. Oh, there's no hills in Kansas. The university's on a hill.
That
I'm
sucks.
from California, so I know what hills are. This is not just the people of Kansas like saying, "Oh, it's a hill and it's really scary." No, it's an actual hill. Um,
That sucks. I
yeah,
still have to figure out the bus system. I have to do my bi-monthly Walmart run so I
yep.
can get like Pop-Tarts and stuff. So um, yeah, I still got to figure that one out.
Recently consumed.
That is insane. Which flavor?
Moments. It was just the classic one, whatever the classic one is called, like strawberry or
Strawberry.
whatever. Yeah, I know.
That's so good.
We're living large out
I
here.
had cherry today. Cherry, don't try cherry.
I am
Not a huge
having the time of my life in KU. If anyone wants to, you should follow KU underscore marching bones. That's the Instagram. That's
fan.
where it's at. That's where all of our good times are posted. Our first football game is this Friday, not Saturday.
That's weird.
It is weird. It's because KU is fucking ass, and so no one wants to watch them on TV. so,
Oh my
so they
God.
put them on Friday instead, which I'm fine with. Whatever. I probably get out of English
Who are they
101.
playing?
They're playing Tennessee Tech. Like
Oh,
the
who's that?
ESPN
Tennessee
the
Tech.
ESPN like percentage predictor thing is like 98% in favor of KU. It's,
Yeah,
it's
they're playing a
unreal.
community college. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
We're playing we're playing Kentucky in Kentucky, so we're gonna get smacked. But it'll be good. I'm doing the radio program for Miami, so I'm gonna be doing broadcasting and
that's
stuff.
so cool.
Yeah, I think I'm doing pregame for next week. It's against Robert Morris at the M, so that's gonna be fun. So
That
I'll keep you guys posted for that.
that's sick.
Not
Uh,
as cool as the Bones though.
yeah, the
I wish I
marching
was a
bones are
Bone.
better. We
Yeah,
just
for
had a
sure.
rehearsal outside in the heat. I think it was a solid like
Ooh,
92 degrees outside, and the
hot everywhere.
humidity in Kansas right now is 81%. So we are chilling outside in the sun during marching band. It is one of the more physically exerting things that I've ever done, and I spent an entire summer training out in California to be the greatest pitcher of all time. Uh, and I spent a summer in cross country, so uh, it's obviously not the most physically demanding thing ever, but
It's
marching
out
band
there.
isn't easy either. Uh, Went to a party,
Ooh,
gave
how was
someone a
that?
ride because I don't drink. I gave someone
Okay.
a ride. On the way back, they had a solo cup full of stuff, and there's a cop just
Ooh.
following me. And I'm like,
Oh my God. Come on.
we can't be doing this right now,
No.
and I didn't get pulled over, so we're chilling. Um, yeah,
The
that's
cop is following you. You have to juke him out at the very last second,
I know
and then run a red, and then he'll never get you.
exactly. Cops can't run red lights.
hmm
Anyway, I cannot wait for the first football game. It's gonna be sick.
That'll be so fun.
Let's do the American League. I'll do the standings.
Yeah, let's do it, guys. Sorry, not gonna talk like a nerd now. Started off, Royals beat the Mid Sox 6-4. Drew Waters drew a bases loaded walk, and the Royals won a close one, 6-4 against Chicago. Yankees beat Little Brother, stuck in the basement, and sweep the Subway Series for 2-0 sweep against the Mets. Game one, Judge hits his 47th bomb, and the Yankees get through Scherzer and the Mets 4-2. Game two, same score, different result. Sorry, same score, different day. Judge hits his 40th dong, and the Yankees win 4-2, sweeping the series in the Bronx. Rays take all four from the Angels. Game one, Rosarena's fifth inning dinger helps the Rays beat the Angels 2-1. Rays clobber the Angels 11-1. Trout gets a solo homer, so little cookie for him. But the Rays win that one 11-1. Game three, Harold Ramirez gets a walk-off two-run double in the 11th. The Rays defeat the Angels 4-3. Game four, Drew Rasmussen wins his third start in a row and the Rays win 8-3, sweeping the Angels. Rangers win 2-1 against the Twins, and Buxton leaves the game. Adolis Garcia continues to rake. Buxton left the game with a hip injury, and Texas wins 2-1. Marlins take 2 of 3 in Oakland. Edward Cabrera for the Marlins remains dominant, and the Fish win 3-0. Their first win in Oakland since 2017. So that is a little bit of ESPN trivia for you guys at home. Game two, Pablo Lopez returns to his early season form. Anderson homers, and the Fish win 5-3. Game three, Sky Bolt hits a walk-off sac fly, and the A's beat the Marlins 4-3-10. I feel like all the A's players are like computer-generated players. Like, I did not know any of these players, but Sky Bolt, if you're an A's fan, there you go. That was my RA. Orioles take 2 of 3 to the most boring team in baseball, the White Sox in Baltimore. Yeah. Every episode, I seem to roast a different MLB team, and the White Sox are going to be that team today. Game one, Mountcastle rakes off Cease, and the O's win an exciting one, 5-3. Game two, Giolito and Gavin Sheets do their thing and win a tough one in Baltimore, 5-3. Game three, Anthony Santander, said that wrong, but he plays hero and walks it off for the O's in 11th, and they win 4-3. O's have been really hot lately. Tigers and Giants each take a game in a 2-game set in Detroit. I'll just tell the score because no one really cares about these teams. I certainly don't. Game one, Giants win 3-1. Rodon strong. Game two, Tigers get a rare win, winning 6-1. You don't see many of those in Detroit, that's for sure. Jays take all 3 in Beantown. Game one, JBJ against his former team sparks an 8-run third inning, which gives the Jays a 9-3 win. Game two, Springer gets 3 hits and an RBI double in the 10th, which helps the Jays win 3-2. Game three, this was a fun one for sure. Jordan Romano, he pitches his way out of a bases loaded, no out jam in the 10th, and the Jays win the series 6-5 in that one. So that was, I bet, cardiac arrest for a lot of Toronto Blue Jays fans. But Jordan Romano, he's got that dog in him, and the Jays win that one. D-backs and Royals each split a game, a 2-game set in Kansas City. Christian Walker continues to produce for the Snakes. He had 3 hits in the first game, and the D-backs win 7-3. Bobby Witt in game 2, he homer caps off a 5-run 7th inning to give the Royals a 5-3 win. All I gotta say is Brady Singer is a stud. Should be good for the Royals in the future for sure. Astros have an excellent homestand, taking all 3 from Minnesota. Game 1, Verlander has 6 no-hit innings, and the Astros win 4-2. Game 2, Altuve and Mancini. That sounds weird. They each homer, and Valdez remains strong. The Astros win 5-3. Game 3, Mancini once again. He had a 3-run dong. The Astros sweep the struggling Tees. I'm not going to call them the Twins because they haven't won many recently. They win that one 6-3. Mariners and the Walgreens, they each take a game in a 2-setter. Game 1, Robbie Ray has a no-hit bid in the 7th, and the M's win 4-2. Game 2, Vargas hits a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 9th, and the Washington Walgreens win that one 3-1. Now let's go to the weekend series. I had a lot. Mariners continue to surge, winning 3-4 against a potential playoff matchup in the Guardians. Game one, M's win 3-1. Mitch Haniger's first inning 3-run homer did the deed for them. Super cool stuff there. Game two, Wich Waniger once again walks it off with a game-winning single in the 11th for a 3-2 Seattle win. So Wich Waniger putting the team on his back right there. Game three, J Ram and the Guardians take care of this dingy Seattle Pen, winning 4-3. And then in game four, Robbie Ray, he remains dominant, blanking Cleveland 4-0. So the Mariners win that series. Now let's go over to Oakland. Yankees cannot solve the A's in Oakland, and they split a 4-game set, 2-2. Game one, Stanton returns, and the Yankees come out firing, winning 13-4. Game two, Cole fans 11, hopeless A's, and Judge hits his 49th homer, and the Yankees win close one, 3-2. Game three, A's hold the Yankees to just one hit. LeMahieu's error gives the A's the game-winning hit, and they win 3-2 in that one. Game four, A's keep New York's bats cold, and they win 4-1, splitting the series there in Oakland. Now let's go over to the Angels. Out of all the teams, the Angels come into Toronto, and they win all three. Game one, Trout sets the Angels scoring record, and they easily win 12-0. What is this, April? That doesn't happen very often, but they put it together for sure. Game two, Ohtani pitches his way to a 2-0 Angels win. Game three, Ohtani and Trout each homer, helping the Angels sweep the Jays by winning 8-3. Angels fans plan the parade because the Angels are winning it all. Rays cannot get it done in Boston. They lose 2 of 3. Game one, Bogarts homers. The Red Sox win a fun one, 9-8. Game two, Ridge Hill, Dick Mountain Heat fans 11. Boston best, Tampa 5-1. Game three, Isaac Paredes, said that wrong. He hits 2 homers over the Green Monster, and the Rays win 12-4. Tigers take 2 of 3 in Arlington. Game one, Rangers win 7-6. Game two, Tigers smack the Rangers 11-2. Game three, Adolis Garcia, he's been hot. He had a hit streak, and it ends at 23 games. Tigers win a fun one, 9-8. O's stay on course, winning 2 of 3 in Houston. Game one, rookie Kyle Bradish pitches a gem, and the O's win 2-0. Game two, Santander, Hayes, Kramer all help the O's to beat the juggernaut Astros 3-1, winning the series. Game three, same score, different result. Verlander leaves after 3, so scary injury there for the Astros. They squeak past the O's, winning 3-1. Padres take 2 of 3 in Kansas City. Game one, Friars clobber the Royals, winning 13-5. Game two, Padres win 4-3. Game three, Royals absolutely demolish Hader, and the Padres winning 15-7. Hader dishes up 6 earned runs. He now has a 27.51 ERA with San Diego. So
That is
Milwaukee, they're playing 5-dimensional chess when they made that trade, and San Diego's stuck in the dark ages playing checkers. So definitely losing that trade so far. Twins bounce back and take all 3 from the Giants, doing the Dodgers a huge favor there. Game one, Twins end the losing streak and win only by 9-0. Game two, Tees beat the Giants 3-2 and 10. Celestino walked with the bases loaded. Kind of embarrassing for the Giants. And in game three, Jake Cave, another MLB The Show, random generated person. He drove in 4, and the Twins finished the sweep of San Fran by winning 8-3. I'm pretty sure that was like 15 or 25 series, whatever it was. It was a lot of series, but we got through it. Super fun week for American League Baseball. That's going to do it for American League.
That's a lot of American League Baseball, Andrew.
A lot more than I'm used to, that's for sure.
Yeah, that was... Yeah,
do not get out of my bed for Rangers and Tigers and D-backs and
that's
Royals
not
and
it.
all.
Exactly. Let's talk American League standings. And New York Yankees are 7.5 games ahead of the Tampa Bay Rays. They're 9 games ahead of the Blue Jays and 10.5 ahead of the Orioles. Things are returning to what you might... Well, not really returning. Things are what you'd expect in the East right now, with the Red Sox being ass And the Baltimore Orioles, they are 3.5 games over 500 right now. No one saw that coming.
Get out there.
No one saw that one coming. In the Central, the Cleveland Guardians are on top of the division. That's kind of weird. The Twins made some huge moves at the deadline, and they're still 2 games back, and the White Sox are 5 games out of first place in that division. The Royals and the Tigers are irrelevant, so there might be a wild card from this division. I mean, the odds are not really there right now, but it's possible. And it's looking like it's going to be the Twins or the Guardians, depending on if the Twins can catch up. I'd say this is going to be a really fun race, but it's like 2 teams from the Central.
It's so boring.
Neither of those teams are really that remarkable. And, surprise, surprise, in the West, the Astros lead. They are at 11.5 games up. I am filled with disgust every single time I hear that. The Seattle Mariners are in second place. They are 11.5 out of first. Safe to say they are not catching up. The division race is over. The Texas Rangers are 23 back of the Astros. The Angels are 26.5 back of the Astros.
Depressing.
And the Oakland Athletics are 34 games back of the Astros.
A quiet 34 games, but
Yeah,
that's tough.
they are not the worst team in baseball, which is astounding to me. It's really just unreal that they're not the worst team in baseball.
Tank is real.
That's your American League standings. Later, I will do the National League, and there ain't shit in the National League. I think there were like 10 series total that were played in home ballparks in the
Really?
National League.
That's
I
crazy.
can count right now, but it's like not that many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, 12 home series in the National League for a week of games, which is kind of insane. Anything fun in the American League happen? Besides what
Hold
you
on,
mentioned in your recap.
I was just counting the series. American League had 19 series.
Yeah, so that's why Andrew's recap is going to be much, much longer than mine is.
But we got through it. Fun things that happened in the American League. I thought, well, I was in a bar, so I kind of saw like the games and stuff. I thought the O's and the Astros, that was a super fun series. O's came in as underdogs and they beat the Astros. That was pretty surprising. I don't think beginning of the season probably
No
no
one
one
would have
would
predicted
predict
that, yeah.
But they showed up. I think next year is their big year for sure. Also, another fun one, I think the Guardians and the Mariners, that was a super fun series. Like I said, Mitch Haniger putting the team on his back. Literally, like a couple days or a couple hours like after that, J-Rod gets the bag. He's a Mariner basically for life. That's super huge.
There's a lot of asterisks on that contract, though. Which
Yeah.
you'll talk about later, I think, right?
There's definitely like specifics, but super
there's-
big win for the
Yeah.
Mariners fans. I don't think I don't know, like their prospect pool isn't the greatest, but if they get to retain a player like that, that's super huge for them. So for sure, just like I think really the wild card race is gonna be super entertaining.
Wild card race is going to be
American
great. Might come
League for
down.
sure.
Might come down to the last day, like it did last time.
Yeah. Super exciting though, for sure. How about you? You see anything in the American League?
The only thing that I really noticed in the American League is that we see what happens when Trout and Ohtani are uninjured. And we can really make a note of who is doing well on the Angels and who is not doing well on the Angels. The pitching staff is doing well. I think Toronto scored 2 runs in the whole series. And Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani are doing really well, and that's it. The rest of the offense isn't really there right now.
Flat.
Sleeping. The Angels made some moves. One of the pitchers that they traded, Noah Syndergaard for, has just been cut from the team. He's been released.
Wait, what?
Chavez.
Wait, Syndergaard's been cut from the Phillies?
No, you dunce. The guy the Angels got.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the Angels
I'm like,
I'm
when did
no,
this
I
happen?
didn't cut Noah Syndergaard.
Syndergaard.
It's,
Shoot.
I was watching that baseball bits that came out yesterday, and it's like Greg Maddux threw a 78 pitch complete game, which is pretty impressive. Noah Syndergaard threw like a
78.
yeah, 78 pitch complete game. Noah Syndergaard threw like a 74 pitch complete game or something, but it was like that shitty game that went like 5 innings and then got rained out, and so they just called it.
Yeah. Let's go
And he also gave up 5 runs, so it was like
Cavs.
that game is one of my favorite statistical games ever, where like the pitcher gets all this like wacky shit, and it's like, yeah, he pitched 5 innings and he did terribly though. Anyway, I'm gonna put on my Salt Lake hat, which means the headphones come off, so don't say anything super important, and then we will talk National League baseball.
Alright, yeah.
I can't hear
Anyways,
anything you're saying right now.
remember
Please
that
don't
one
say
time
anything
when the Dodgers traded for Mookie Betts? That was pretty sick.
Huh?
I think that move puts the Dodgers over the. It's nothing. But yeah,
Dodgers are best
Anyways.
in baseball.
best in baseball. Yeah, I don't know if you heard that, but
In the National League, in chronological order, because I am that guy, Atlanta visits Pittsburgh. They complete the expected 3-game sweep of the Pirates. Ozuna from the Braves is booed in his very first home at bat. That's later in this recap, but whatever. Odorizzi and Urquidy both pitch well for the Braves. I think I said their names right. Oh well. The Reds visit Philly. They also get swept. Huge L for them. Noah Syndergaard continues to pitch well for the Phils, and the Reds continue to suck. The Cards visit the Cubs. They play the ever-elusive 5-game set. They split a doubleheader, and the Cards take 3 out of 5. 4 Cardinals players in 2 weeks have had kids and gone on paternity leave. That's a fun statistic. Thanks,
That's
Bob
crazy.
Nightingale. Albert is making the push for 700 home runs. Brewers take on the best team in baseball in LA, and the Brewers they're having a tough time right now. They drop 2 of 3 as they seem more and more likely to miss the playoffs with each passing day. The Dodgers cannot be stopped. Gonsolin is on IL now. That's
Doesn't
tough.
matter.
The Rangers go to Colorado, what the fuck, and split two non-contending teams. You know what that means. This shit is boring. The Guardians take on the Padres in San Diego, and the Padres get wrecked. They score 1 run in 2 games, and the Guardians score 10. Josh Hader is stripped of his closing role.
Get out of here.
That's tough for him. Weekend time. Dodgers go to Miami. The Marlins have lost 2 of 3 so far. The 4th game is being played right now. This schedule ruins me. My recaps are
So
bad because
stupid.
of this schedule. The Dodgers win game 1 in 10 innings after scoring 5 runs in the top of the 10th. Alcantara throws a 1-run complete game. As he does,
Crazy.
he gives the Marlins their 1 win so far. Who's winning that game right now, by the way?
2-2 in the 8th inning.
That's fun. The Reds
Yep.
visit the Nationals for the Series of the Year, and Patrick Corbin of the Nationals gets the first starting pitcher win for them in 43 games. He's the
Dude,
first starting pitcher to
is
get a win in
crazy.
43 games for the Nationals. Even though the
Tires,
Nats,
Jersey, and Cooperstown.
they still lose 2 of 3. They just brought up their prospect Cade Cavalli. I don't know if he's supposed to be good, but he's their top prospect. Rockies visit Citi Field. German Marquez owns Max Scherzer in a great pitching duel during Game 3. The matchup ends 1-0. That's tough for Mad Max. The Mets win this series 3-1 as they hope to extend their lead over the Braves. The Cubbies visit the Brew Crew, and the Cubs take 2 of 3. Garrett Mitchell gets his first MLB hit and his first RBI in the same at bat, and Ian Happ is the only good player in Chicago. That's both teams. Atlanta takes on the
Ooh.
Cardinals.
Just like that, put that out there.
Atlanta takes on the Cardinals in St. Louis, and the Cardinals take 2 from the 3-game set. Jackson Stevens hit in the head by a line drive. We're talking about this later. And the Braves pitching all around lackluster this series. Pirates take on the Phillies after the short trip down to Philadelphia. They hit 3 triples in one of the games. Very cool. They still lose 2
Wow.
of 3. It's unfortunate, but expected when the Pirates play any team. That is the National League.
Fun stuff.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure. A lot of Dodgers dominance. I'm all for it, you know.
That's what happens when you're the Dodgers.
Buy whatever player you want,
Uh,
win endless World Series. I'm all for it, you know. Who
uh,
needs an even playing field?
the Ian Happ comment was just a joke. I did not mean that Ian Happ is the only good player in all of Chicago.
What
That was not what I meant.
about Wilson Contreras?
That's what. That's why it was a joke, bro.
No, dude, you gotta be like, you gotta say their package deal, you know. You gotta, but like if you said Wilson Contreras, Ian Happ, but yeah,
Nah,
I'm sure
they're
few
getting traded
viewers
to
got
different
it. I'm sure,
teams.
you know.
They're
Huh?
getting traded to different teams next offseason. And then they're
Probably.
gonna cry and give each other hugs in the dugout. Anyways, I don't watch a lot of National League games because I'm an Angels fan. I even own an
Mm.
Angels AAA affiliate minor league team hat. So,
He's a super fan.
yes, sir, you know it. I don't know shit about the National League. Did anything silly happen? Anything fun?
Yeah, so I was, if you were wondering, I was in a bar
Wow,
this
that's
past
crazy.
weekend, you
You
know?
must be a freshman in college. You really sound like a
Crazy,
freshman in
right?
college right now.
Uh-huh. So, we were in the mosh pit, right? I forgot what the song was. It was some EDM song. Out of the corner of my eye, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth, Braves, Cardinals, and St. Louis Busch Stadium. Former Dodger Kenley Jansen, full count. He walks the Cardinals,
That
and the Cardinals
sucks.
win. So I think the
That
Cardinals have been
sucks.
falling a little bit. I'm pretty sure, or no, the
No,
Braves have been falling a
Braves have
little
been
bit.
Braves have been
Yeah,
choking a little bit.
Cardinals have been on fire. So I saw Kenley Jansen returning to his Dodgers postseason self. You get that sometimes, but the Braves, they're in wild card contention. They'll be fine. I also saw watching the Dodgers games. Watch a lot of Dodger games out here since I'm out of the market. God, Phil Bickford sucks. Anyways, I think it was Marlins Dodgers. They mic'd up Trey Turner.
That's
Um,
fun.
yeah, and then right as he was mic'd up, the pitcher threw at his head, and then yeah, he stole a base the very next pitch. So that happened.
That's cool.
So, hmm
Not
that's
getting hit in
really
the head,
awesome.
but that's
Yeah. So Trey Turner is definitely a stud for sure.
you got the standings, or am I gonna do them?
I'll do
Okay.
them. Starting in the NL East, the Mets are 82 and 47, 64% winning percentage. They're 3 games ahead of the Braves. Braves are 79 and 50 that game. That race is going to come down to the very end.
I'm here
79
for
and
it.
50, 61% winning percentage, 3 games back, 7 and 3 in the last 10. So they're doing their stuff. Phillies are 72 and 56, 56% winning percentage, 9.5 games back, 73 in the last 10. So top 3 in the NL East are definitely hot. Then come the Fish, the Marlins. They are 55 and 72, 43% winning percentage, only 26 back. I think they can make a postseason push, just like the
There's
Angels.
33 games left.
Yep, we'll see what happens. They're 3 and 7 in the last 10. Um, then we got the Washington Walgreens, the Nationals. They're 43 and 85, worst record in the bigs.
Yep.
38 and a half back, so I think they're officially eliminated, to really the surprise of no one. 4 and 6 in the last 10, so they're better than the Marlins.
Are they officially eliminated?
How many games are left?
30-ish.
Yeah, they're like 39 back. They're pretty much done.
They're 26 and a half out of the wild card.
Okay,
So not
next
officially
week.
eliminated.
Uh-huh.
Next week they will be.
Yeah. NL Central, Cardinals are 74 and 54, 58% winning percentage, 73 in the last 10. Uh, on their winning ways for sure. Brewers are 67 and 59 in second place, 53% winning percentage, 6 games back, 5 and 5 in the last 10. Cubs are 55, 73, 19 back. Reds are 50 and 76, 23 back, and the Pirates are 48 and 79, 25 and a half back. National League West, Dodgers Need I say more? Dodgers are 88 and 38, 69% winning
That's
percentage.
pretty
About to be
nice.
70% once they win tonight. 73 in the last 10. Dodgers are doing Dodgers things. Madres, they're 70 and 59. 11 games over 500. 19 and a half back. God, catch that. Okay, caught it. 5 and 5 in the last 10. Um, Fighting for wild card contention. We'll see what happens. The Giants are 61 and 65. 27 and a half, 27 back. 2 and 8 in the last 10, so the Giants are definitely skidding. D-backs are 59 and 67. Could leapfrog the Giants for third place. 6 and 4 in the last 10. And the Rockies are 55, 74, 34 and a half back, 4 and 6 last 10. That's going to do it for the National League standings.
So, talking National League standings still, let's talk wild card. The Braves are +9, and the Phillies are +2.5. So that top wild card spot is either going to be the Mets or the Braves.
Yeah,
Whoever
it
doesn't
flip-flop.
win that division, it's
We'll be in
whoever
the
doesn't win
playoffs.
that division is the number one wild card for sure. And it's
Mhm.
looking like the Phillies are going to be the number 2 wild card.
Yep.
And it's either Padres or Brewers for number 3, and that's it. That's the race. Like,
The Giants aren't catching them.
I don't think so. They're 7.5 games out of the wild card right now, and the way that they've been playing, it doesn't look like they're getting any closer.
Yeah, that's for sure. So the Giants are all but out, which they should have sold all their players because there's a very
Yeah.
slim chance at the deadline.
So what did I tell you? Neil wanted to fight me. I told him that the Giants would not sell at the deadline because they believed they had hope.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah,
At the time, it made sense.
and they didn't sell at the deadline, and they, yeah, they ran out of hope real fast. I wasn't arguing that the Giants were gonna be good. There's no fucking way they'd be good, but
But they just believed it.
yeah, like the
They wanted to
fans.
give the fans hope.
Yeah, you can't let the fans down like that after a
After,
107
like,
win
their
season.
Right.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
you can't do that to the fans. So
Totally.
that's tough for the Giants, and now they don't have any pieces to sell next time, so they're just screwed for a little while.
Is Rodon, can he leave after this season?
I think so. Like
Oh my
I think he
God.
hit his innings. I think he hit his player option innings limit like 2 months into the season.
Dude, you're joking. That's depressing.
Yeah.
But I'm glad because I hate the Giants. So I guess Jock Peterson might also be dealt too. I don't know what his contract is. Yes.
I think it was 1 year.
It was 1 year.
I
Oh
think so.
my
Yeah, I
God.
think the Giants are just like fucking done. I think
So stupid.
I think it's over.
Oh, look at
Give me
this.
give me the details on that one. Don't use your fingers on your screen, please.
I'm using my fingers to type as a touchscreen. 1 year, 6 million. So
Yeah,
he is
he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Rodon is probably gone, if I remember the details correctly.
Rodon is Rogan.
Yes, exactly. So the Giants are screwed. That's the
Mhm.
National League. Let's talk about some topics.
Let's do it.
Do we want to start with Artie, or do you want to start?
I think you can start.
Okay.
I'll hop on back into it for some lukewarm topics. Not super hot, but
I have some scorching
slightly
takes.
lukewarm topics.
Artie is selling the Angels. If that's the first you've heard of that, you probably don't give a shit unless you're an Angels fan. The Nats are still for sale, however. Which team is gonna sell first? I think it's the Angels. I think the
Mhm.
Angels will be sold before the Nats are because the Angels have
Absolutely.
that attendance and they have a huge market. And the obvious question is, what does this mean?
For LeBron's legacy.
Yeah, how will this affect LeBron's legacy? Really, what I'm concerned with is how will this affect Shohei Ohtani's legacy? What's gonna happen? There's so many question marks. There's so many philosophies from owners. Like, the question is, will the city of Anaheim sell the stadium to the new owner? And I think they gotta, because otherwise the owner will take a serious look at moving the Angels.
Yeah, you have to keep them in Orange County. Like,
The mayor of Anaheim has to do everything that he possibly can to keep the Angels
they
there.
keep them in there.
And if that means selling the stadium, you sell the stadium in a heartbeat. It's like that
That's
easy.
crazy.
Uh,
That's just crazy to
yeah.
fathom.
and there's been some projects in the works that Artie Moreno has been trying to do, but the city of Anaheim has been dealing with some corruption and some scandals, so he hasn't really been able to do this. He's been trying to purchase the stadium so he can develop the land around it and turn it into like a little shopping center or whatever. Which I think is a really fun plan, and it'll make Angel Stadium a little better because like you leave Angel Stadium and you're just like in this vast parking lot. And it's kind
No,
of
literally.
like when you lose a game, there's not even anything fun outside. Like you go outside and it's just a parking lot, and everyone's like sad and leaving. Um, some public transit, and the owner could organize some deals with that. Make getting to the stadium a lot easier. I would go to many more Angels games if I could buy like an Angels Express pass for a train and just hop
That would
on
be
like
sick.
drive to like I don't there's a station like 15 minutes from my house in California, and you just take the train up there. That's the way to go, I think. And the question on everybody's mind is, will Otani be sold? And I think the answer is maybe. I think um, if the sale is completed by this off season, which I don't really know the time frame on selling teams. If the sale is completed this offseason, I think Otani will get sold by the owner next season.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
And if it's not, I think Artie might try to re-sign Otani, unless he starts talking to some guys, and then he might try to trade Otani to get like that fresh slate, like the Juan Soto thing. You know, you trade Juan Soto to give the new owner a little fresh start. Any of those are possible right now. I don't see any as more likely than the other.
That's fair, yeah.
Big question that's weighing on the Angels fans' mind is what happens to Otani, and do the Angels move stadiums?
I
And
think if you go.
I think I really hope that the Angels don't move stadiums. That would suck for me personally, unless they move to like, I don't know, Irvine or something that's a little closer. Imagine if the Angels moved to the Great Park. That would be insane.
That's insane.
That would be unreal. They are
That's
building a
actually
huge
crazy.
cricket stadium there.
Uh-huh.
Um,
So the land is there.
the land
The
is
land.
there and it's available for purchase.
That'd be insane.
That would be
'Cause I go
crazy.
there all the time.
Yeah. Um, that would be cool. I don't think the city of Anaheim lets the Angels move. I think they give them like the stadium for free if it comes to it. Like they want that.
Oh.
They want those tax
They'll do
dollars.
anything for it.
And they released a statement that said we will be. They said we're looking forward to continuing the tradition of baseball in Anaheim, which makes it seem like they really would like to have the baseball team there.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, and I hope Otani trades. I don't think that we can keep him on the team sustainably.
Yeah. Look, all I'm gonna say is Otani would look great. A little bit, I would say, like 30 miles up north.
I couldn't agree more.
Completely different
Clean.
color scheme, but
Clean the
Uh,
Dodgers farm system. Clean out the
sick.
farm system.
do it. I don't care. Okay?
Bring
If
him
that
to
ensures-
South Dodger Stadium and send Otani to Dodger Stadium,
That's
and
fine, you
that's
know?
that's a good deal for me. I would be unbelievably satisfied if that happened, and then we might be able to make a playoff push with Mike Trout, which I think would be super fulfilling. That's that. Let's get some lukewarm takes before I start talking about the new schedule, because I have some scorching takes on this. Like no one agrees with me.
We gotta hear this.
No, you do your other topics first.
Okay. So slightly lukewarm topics, not as I don't know, scorching as Jack claims they are, and they are scorching. But anyways, what I care about, that's going to be the new segment. New additions in the World Baseball Classic. Tim Anderson announced this week he's joining Team USA, along with Mookie Betts and Will Smith today. So I'll just give you the potential lineup. You got JT Realmuto at catcher or Will Smith, either or. One of those is going to come off the bench. You got Paul Goldschmidt at first, Pete Alonso at DH, Trevor Story at second base, Arenado at shortstop, Tim Anderson also shortstop or third base, one of those. Mookie Betts in the outfield, Bryce Harper and Mike Trout all in the outfield.
Damn,
You
that
also
shit
have-
is insane.
Yeah, and you also have Cedric Mullins, who announced last week. So you got so many players. It's literally like the 1992 NBA Dream Team for basketball. It's actually insane. Just the amount of talent that they've gotten in like such a short amount of time. You know, it's
Easy
crazy,
USA win. It looks like the USA will be winning
dude.
two events coming up shortly. The World Cup, obviously, United States win. Men's national team is going off right now, and the World Baseball Classic.
World Baseball Classic. I'll give
The
you a preview, or I'll give you what the Team USA had when they won in 2017. Um, Pitchers, they had Chris Archer, they had Danny Duffy, Dodgers legend, Michael Fulmer, Michael Givens, Sonny Gray, J.A. Happ. Um, Trying to see if any of these guys are good. Tanner Roark, Drew Smiley, all kind of mid like
all guys
pitchers
that
and
I've
stuff.
heard of.
They're not like the best, but like they're the best in this competition. They had Nolan Arenado, say that 5 times fast.
Second
Bregman,
win.
Matt Carpenter, Brandon Crawford, Paul Goldschmidt, he's back again. Eric Hosmer, Adam Jones, Ian Kinsler, McCutcheon, Daniel Murphy, he raked, Buster Posey,
Damn.
Stanton,
Damn.
and Yelich. So
Damn.
this team is definitely better than the 2017 team, and in 2017 they beat Puerto Rico 8-0 in the championship game. So
Is it one
definitely,
game?
I think so. Yeah,
That's whack.
yeah, it's weird.
Baseball is too random for that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun World Baseball Classic roster. I really like
For
that.
sure. Yeah.
And speaking of the World Cup, it takes place on my birthday,
Oh, really?
but it's also like in Qatar, so it'll be like it'll probably start at like 11 p.m. on December
Oh,
17th or something like
yeah.
that for us. It's
You gotta
wild.
go out and support the team. You
I ain't
know.
going to Qatar, bro. No, not a chance. I'll still be here. Like I'm flying back on the 17th, I think. So
I think there was a law, if you drink, you can be arrested in Qatar. I'm pretty sure. It's like super strict
seems,
stuff out there.
yeah, that wouldn't
Um,
surprise me all that much.
yeah, but fun stuff. Should be a fun World Baseball Classic for the Red, White, and Bluers.
If Mike
Um,
Trout can like play, he seems to have some problems with that lately.
Drop. Oh, yeah, no. I don't know. If he gets hurt, I feel like he could just be like there and like coaching the team maybe.
Yeah, that's possible.
Mm,
Got any more lukewarm discussion topics?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
J Rod, Julio Rodriguez, he secures the bag. 21-year-old outfielder, he signs an extension for 210 million, which could add up to 470 million when it's all said and done. Deal lasts through 2028, but if he enters MVP voting, the M's can choose to extend the deal to 8 to 10 more years. So that's one of the specifics. If the M's turn down the option, Rodriguez can exercise a 5-year, $90 million player option after the 2029 season and hit free agency before his 30th birthday. Um, this season, he's hitting 264, 323 on base, 468 slugging, 19 doubles, 3 triples, 21 homers, 65 RBIs, 31 walks, 23 stolen bases. Great center fielder and outfielder. Home run derby finalist. He's an exceptional talent. Only problem with this, I think, if the M's start sucking or okay, all right, yeah. Anyways, yeah, if the M's start sucking and he's really good, the M's are gonna extend him and he's gonna stay with the team. But you could be stuck with like a Mike Trout thing because I don't think the Mariners have the best prospects. They don't
Yeah.
really get that like many guys, so could be stuck in Seattle and basically there's not much to do in Seattle. But yeah, he's kind of stuck if they start sucking, but they don't suck right now, so should be good for him for sure. What do you think about this deal,
That's a
Jack?
hell of a contract to give to a rookie.
Yeah, for
especially if
sure.
he doesn't pan out. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
know that the contract is structured so that the Mariners can option, like, they have an option if he's like not that great, but it's still an insane amount of money that he gets. It's like what, 280 million guaranteed or something like that. Like some, what's the guaranteed on that contract?
210 million
Two.
guaranteed.
That's insane. That's unreal for a rookie.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money. Um, I think it's fine. I don't think it's stupid for the Mariners, and I don't think it's stupid for Julio either, because
Definitely
there's
not.
options for both of them. If things go downhill, if the team gets bad, if Julio gets bad, then they can just part ways.
Hmm. Yeah. I think you could also like compare this to like Ken Griffey, top prospect, doesn't really like it, gets traded over to the Reds and then starts performing, you know?
Yep.
So like stuff like that happens all the time. Could very well be a parallel. I think didn't A-Rod start off with
He
the
started with someone else.
Seattle
Yeah, I
or
think it was Seattle.
no, yeah, Seattle and then like Texas, I think. Yeah, Seattle, Texas. So definitely has happened before top prospects
And
come on.
Seattle can get a hell of a haul for Julio if he wants out.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely interesting though. That was a top headline this week.
Yeah, no kidding.
I got one more slightly
Let
lukewarm
me
topic.
let's talk about protective equipment, and then we'll talk about your lukewarm topic, and then we'll talk about the schedule. And the schedule is a 30-minute discussion.
30 minutes.
Probably not 30
Let's
minutes,
do
but
it. Yeah,
it's big.
might as well.
We're gonna have a debate. Okay, here's a question that I'm gonna pose to you with no numbers attached. Like, I'm not gonna read out any of my statistics. Should pitchers and batters have to wear more protective equipment?
Um, I would say no, but I feel like this is a weird question, so I think they need more equipment. So yes, they need more equipment.
Okay. Uh, this study that I looked at. Well, I didn't look into the study. I looked into a couple articles, and they all referenced the same study. There were 2,920 hit by pitch injuries in the years 2011 to 2015. So that's 5 seasons. In total, those 2,920 hit by pitches resulted in 24,624 days missed by
Okay.
players. That's a lot of time missed. They looked at individual hit by pitches. They counted every single hit by pitch in those 5 seasons. 21.8% of hand hit by pitches, so batters getting hit in the hand, 21.8% of those resulted in missed games. They resulted in an injury. 17% of hit by pitches in the head or face resulted in missed games, and 15% of elbow hit by pitches resulted in missed games. So the question is, should not necessarily should, will the owners start requiring more protective equipment? Because when a player gets hit in the hand and breaks his finger, say, I don't know, Bryce Harper, the owner loses hella money on that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, some players might want to wear, I think it's more like a personal thing. I think if you like start requiring it, like guys would be like, all right, really? This isn't baseball. You're just wrapping me in bubble wrap and, expecting me.
I mean, the
But I feel
NFL
like,
is doing the same thing right now with the practice helmets. Which
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, they look fucking stupid as hell.
I'm
But
saying, yeah.
if they work, they work. And there's a lot of things going on right now where people are saying this isn't baseball. So I don't think the this isn't baseball aspect is like important to anybody, because people are talking about the electronic strike zone and all this stuff, which really is not baseball.
Fair enough. Yeah. I don't know. You know, it's whatever you make out of it. I feel like people will get used to the more equipment thing. They got used to the the extra innings rules with runner on second. So it takes time,
It
but
does take time. So Shohei Ohtani wears a lot of protective gear.
yeah.
Obviously, it's because he pitches too, which is crazy, and it's also because he bats lefty and throws righty, so his exposed arm is his right arm, which is kind of tough because that's his pitching arm.
Uh,
So he
yeah.
stands like this, and this is his throwing arm, so he gets hit here a bunch. He wears a big elbow guard, and he wears batting gloves that are like, I don't know what the best way to describe them, but they have like armor plates on each of the fingers, so if he gets hit in the hand, it won't break his hands.
Hmm.
And they don't seem that intrusive, so I can see the owners like requiring that at a later point. Now we're talking about pitchers. There was a hit by pitch earlier. Someone got hit in the head, and this happens at least once a year, and every year we have this conversation. Do pitchers need helmets?
Should be wearing helmets because I'm not really the most athletic, on the plate. Um, I think, especially for pitchers, you gotta preserve everything about them. Not so
When you're on the
much.
mound, do you need like protective
Oh, on
head
the mound,
equipment? Not necessarily a helmet, but like protective equipment.
more padding and stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know because it's very small. Like getting hit in the head or the arm or the leg or whatever doesn't happen too often. So it's kind of like chance. So I guess putting on like more padding and stuff probably would help, but the numbers are so small. Like there's so many factors that determine getting like hit and stuff, right? So, you know, it could help, but also not the biggest deal.
There are protective hats right now that pitchers are using. Max Fried uses one often.
Uh,
It
yeah,
looks like a regular baseball hat. They just put a little bit of cushioning in there. Um,
yep.
but research shows that they don't really do anything.
Hmm.
Most hit by
Yeah.
pitches that hit pitchers in the head are below the hat line. I'm trying to find a picture right now of one of these protective helmets. There are protective helmets that pitchers can opt to use. They look dumb as hell. I'm gonna be real. Like, here's a picture of them. Was it focusing? Here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, here's a side view of that one. So, I really okay.
It's not
That
edited either.
that is not. It's not edited. That's what they look like. That is not the answer.
Hmm. Yeah. Injuries are a part of baseball, so.
I think that pitchers should wear like a protective something, something like not quite what softball pitchers wear, but something similar with a little face guard, and they have slightly less intrusive helmets that aren't as ugly and just go over the front of the brim, and they just cover up the logo, which is not really a problem for MLB teams because they can just paint it their color.
Yeah. Hmm.
Um, I don't know. It's every year there's an injury where a pitcher gets knocked out, and it's kind of scary. And everyone
Yeah.
always says we need to start using the protection for pitchers, but no one can ever figure out how to do it. This is, I think, what the slightly better option would look like, where it just kind of sits
It
on
doesn't
top.
look too bad.
It doesn't look bad at all, and it doesn't look that uncomfortable because it vaguely resembles the shape of your hat anyway. So I think
Yeah.
something
You
like that would
still
be
kind of get it.
reasonable for pitchers. That's my take on the matter.
Yeah.
The more protective gear that players wear to get injured is probably better for the sport in the long run, because then you don't have guys like Shohei Ohtani when they get hit, they don't miss games or miss starts, and then Mike Trout, he doesn't get hit by pitch and miss games, because that happened a little while back, and that was bad. We didn't like that. Bryce Harper got his finger broken, which I was sad about, and I don't give a shit about the Phillies. That's my take on protective equipment in baseball. And we can move
Yeah.
on to the next lukewarm topic.
Let's move on to it. It's gonna take not that long of a time, but get into it. D-backs top prospect Corbin Carroll, number 3 in all of baseball. He's gonna make his MLB debut tonight He's hitting 307 with 24 homers and 1.035 OPS. He plays outfield, 22 years old. I looked on ESPN's depth charts, and he's already the starting left fielder for the D-backs. Kind of depressing, but still. He was drafted in 2019, round one, pick 19. He has a great arm. D-backs get finally one of their top prospects coming up. D-backs have a great farm system. Definitely could be a problem in the Dodgers side for years to come, but that talent is starting to come in for sure for the D-backs. So look out for them in the future with Carroll and all the rest of the Snakes. So yeah, that's about it.
They're starting to get where the O's were like 2 years ago. Where
Hmm.
there's like these prospects that are coming up and they're in the top 100, and that is so loud.
Yeah. Oh, can you hear that?
Yeah, it's really loud.
No, yeah. My dad's a D-backs fan. I don't want to hear it because I know, like in 2017, they had a great team. Um, could be scary for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's baseball. You're gonna have teams that are up and coming.
All right.
All right, let's hear it. The
Okay.
main event.
I'm gonna make my argument, and I'm gonna like have some points that I'm gonna bring up, and I'm gonna give you a chance to individually argue all the points that I made.
Fair enough.
There is a new schedule, and every team will play every team once a season.
Hmm.
So this might be beneficial. It these are the reasons that it might be a good change. Brings
Yeah,
in more fans. Like
absolutely.
let's say you live in Houston, you're a Dodgers fan. You'll go get tickets. That's not a realistic scenario, but I made it up.
Yeah.
You'll go to the game every year when it happens. The
Yep.
problem is now when the Dodgers play in, I gotta make up a new city because you're fucking mocking me.
No,
When the Dodgers
li-
play in Minnesota,
literally, I
the
got the
crowd
craziest
almost sells
notification.
out. Like it was almost sold out in Kansas City when I saw the Dodgers play there. It was crazy. But
Uh-huh.
that's only
Yeah.
like that because they play once every 4 years ish.
It's a weird rotation. Yeah.
And that's why people go to that game for sure. Is like because it doesn't ever happen. So everyone needs to go see their team when it happens. It probably bring in fans long term. Like if I'm an Angels fan and I live in uh, Atlanta, maybe then I might be more prone to follow baseball if I get to see my team every other year.
Yeah.
Uh, so it does help even out the race for the wild card. This is a divisional thing. I'm gonna elaborate more on this later. Now that there's three teams, people are trying to balance out the wild card race a little bit, and that's what this schedule is. They say it's gonna do. Now, let's move on to why I personally do not like this change. I don't. This opinion is not based on whether or not it will be good for baseball overall. It's whether I like this. It makes the
Oh
World
shit.
Series less special. Oh,
It makes the World Series what?
less special.
How?
Teams that have not played each other in 4 years can match up in the World Series, and it's like a once in 4 years event, right? And
Okay.
it adds a little bit of that X factor where two teams that haven't seen each other yet play each other, and you're like, damn, we really have no idea what's gonna happen. Like it really comes down to which team is playing better, and not really like what team is counter strategizing the other better. It's a little bit of a and it helps develop. It shows which team develops their strategies quicker, faster, better, all of that stuff. The separation of the leagues means that there are more divisional games, which makes for better rivalries.
Yeah. I guess.
And the reason that it kind of limits rivalries is it limits needing to win your division. When you play more divisional games, you have to be one of the best in the division to have a chance at the wild card team, the wild card spot, because you're playing teams from your division, and if they're better than you, you're gonna get shit on. Uh, to have a chance at the wild card game, you need to be one of the better teams in your division. But now, new schedule, that's lessened. you could theoretically in this new schedule lose every single divisional game and still make the wild card. You'd have to win a bunch of the other games. 52 games are now divisional games. Previously this season it was 76. So you could lose every single divisional game and still qualify for the wild card, which is not right to me. That doesn't.
All right.
I can see why teams get tired of playing the same other teams.
Yeah.
Because I'm an Angels fan. So, like, I know how this shit goes. Like, we play the A's and we win the series, and we play the Astros and we lose the series, and there's zero variance. That's what happens every single time. But I think...
Oh, gotta stop you for a second. Trey Turner just got his 1,000th career hit. But
that's
continue.
Cool. That's very cool.
Yeah.
Series against the M's. The Angels usually win those for whatever reason. Last time we played the Astros, we had a 50%... Okay, the last time we played the Astros in Houston, we had a 50% strikeout rate over 3 games.
Yeah.
Like, believe me when I say I'm tired of playing the Astros. It's not fun getting shit on. That Dodgers-Giants push was one of the better things that I've ever seen in baseball before, though.
Oh, yeah,
106,
absolutely.
107. Like, that's what really brings the heat, is when those teams are fighting for the division. And it's really not that prevalent anymore with the 3-game wild card and whatnot.
Yeah.
And I think that excitement factor when you have 2 good teams in the division is unparalleled. Whether or not one team has to get shit on by the Astros like every single time, that's fine for me. As long as as a baseball fan, I'd rather see good divisional rivalries happen elsewhere than my Angels winning against the Astros.
Fair enough.
Those are my thoughts. That's why I do not like this adjusted schedule. And also it moves towards total integration of baseball, where there's like less leagues over, like there's like, you know how the MLS does it, where they have like 2 divisions in every conference or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And it might be good for baseball in the long run. I don't think it would bring in significantly more fan engagement, and that is boring to me.
Yeah, I guess. Those are all like pretty good points. I'm gonna say it from a different perspective. A fan of a team who like actually wins. I think if you have a complete full league schedule, this is amazing for baseball because you get Dodgers, Yankees in the Bronx.
That's insane, actually. That's gonna be insane.
You get Dodgers, Astros in LA, so that'll be super fun. Last time they played, it was, I think, 2020 in Houston, so in a COVID year, so you'll get that every year. That'll be fun. You get all the top matchups that you want. You're still getting Red Sox, Yankees. You're getting Yankees, Astros. You're getting all these. The rivalries are still there, like you said, just not as many games, you know? Do I want more Dodgers, Padres? Personally, I think I do. But you get to play different teams. I think it'll be good for the good teams. They get to play teams like the Tigers, the whatever. They get to play teams, the bottom feeders. More wins for them, you know. I think this is good for the top teams, especially like from my perspective. But it's also good for TV. You definitely grow the game even
TV,
more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like you said, being a fan of the Angels in Atlanta, you know, you don't actually have to travel all the way out to LA to go see the Angels, you know.
You do every other year.
Yeah. But I'm a big fan of this. I think it'll be good. I think all the fans will enjoy this. I think the NBA, they have every team facing off against each other. It's the same thing, you know. They don't play as many
The NBA
divisions.
is boring as hell.
But other people like the NBA.
Yeah.
So
not that many though.
Fair enough. But still, divisions. Here's one thing I will say in support of you. Divisions do not matter in the NBA. Okay.
That's kind of what we're moving towards in the MLB right now. Those are the steps that are being taken with more wild card spots and less divisional games. We're moving toward a point where divisions are totally irrelevant.
yeah, it's just the conferences and not a big like. I think because baseball's been around for like I don't know 150 years maybe. MLB's been around for 100. But anyways, you take away the divisions, you take away like division championships, all those stats are out the window that have been recorded for so long. It's just like, I'm not a big fan of it, but I'm also kind of liking what they're doing. And, I don't know. It's kind of crazy to think.
So, as a Dodgers fan, you have those historic, long-standing rivalries, like the Giants, because they were both in New York, and
Yeah,
the Yankees, because they were also all three
in
teams
New
were in New
York.
York at one point at the same time, which is kind of crazy. And those teams are really old, so they have all this beef with the other teams. Like the Yankees and the Red Sox is a historic rivalry. But you have teams like, let's say, the Nationals, let's say the Angels, maybe probably the A's count under this too. Um, those kinds of teams, the Rangers, these newer teams that don't really have that history to them. Uh, in the event of divisions going away, we just lose all of our fucking rivals.
Yeah.
Like
No, that's
there's
actually scary.
so if divisions go away, the Angels have no rivalries.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
Oh my, dude.
that's why I'm
It
like all for preserving the integrity of the divisional rivalry.
division.
That's why divisional games are important to me. Is because
Super
the Angels
fun.
have no fucking history because we're one of the newer teams. Like the Rays, what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
They're gonna
You're
lose
actually
all of their fans. Like the Rays will lose
well,
all of their fans.
well, I wouldn't say that because you see, like in the NBA, MLS, there's still rivalries, right? And it's still there. It's just a little bit different.
I
Like you're
mean,
still gonna have it,
the
but
A- most yeah, the Angels rival would still be rivals with the Dodgers. That's inevitable when two teams share the same city. I mean, I know the Angels aren't in LA, but we're in the greater LA metro area, if you want to call it
hmm
that. Um,
yeah,
and I mean, you as a Dodgers fan even like having more games against the Padres.
yeah, for
And
sure.
I think that rivalry disappears. I'm gonna be honest. I think that rivalry disappears if you're not in the same division.
Yeah,
Uh,
I
I mean, the Angels would still have rivals, but I don't think it would be any. I think it would be significantly less intense. I
hmm
don't think it
it's
would
more
matter
like a
as
long
much.
stretch.
Uh, that's kind of what I'm getting at with that one. It's like you have these historic franchises, and then you have the new ones that are like kind of
In the way.
and um, it really what it does is it boosts the good divisions even more. Like the West will get even better because they'll just be like shitting on the Nationals and the A's and all those teams. They'll get a chance to own every single one of those teams. Where teams in bad divisions will just get wrecked, which is fine, but it also kind of diminishes the whole idea of like winning the division, being competitive, and that's where a lot of rivalries and excitement comes from. Is those divisional races at the end of the season.
Yeah, no, for sure. I hope Manfred doesn't like after you like start expanding it. You know, think I'm more on your side now. I like just like the TV. I think that's
The
like gonna
TV,
be
it's all about the money for the MLB, and having
uh
no divisions moves them closer to that goal.
yeah, but we'll see for sure.
Oh yeah,
Need those rivalries absolutely. If you get rid of those,
that's part
oof.
of the allure of baseball for me. There's other sports. Even the NFL is like not that huge on intra divisional rivalries. Not as big as baseball is. That's part of the fun of baseball for me.
hmm
Is
Yeah,
those wacky like, oh, we play the Astros like 80 times in one season. Like uh,
keeps it interesting.
it does keep it interesting, and it's a good way to mark which teams are getting better and which teams are doing worse. Because like you play the same teams every year, so if you do better against those same teams, and it's you play the same amount of home and away games. That's my take on the whole matter. That's my belief system.
You came prepared.
I did come prepared. I wrote like a page of stuff on this. Actually, it was less than a page, but um, I'm very passionate that this is a bad change.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
You
would
got
probably bring
anything
in
else?
fans long term, boost the TV deal. That's
I
all that
guess,
matters to
yeah.
MLB. So,
Because it's a dying sport, and if you do this, has a chance, you know.
something I did not get to prepare because it came out last night at 2 a.m. when I was awake. Bob Nightingale, first to report, minor leaguers are now included in the MLBPA. The
Wow,
minor leaguers are unionized.
that's crazy.
What's gonna happen, man?
Oh,
It's people are saying that the owners are just gonna cut out both A balls
really?
because they can't like take advantage of the minor leaguers anymore, and thus it's like not making them any money, and so they're just gonna like throw them in the trash and just like get rid of their minor league teams, except Double A and Triple A, and they're only gonna hold on to the good players. They're not gonna hold on.
That's insane.
Uh-huh. That's what people on Twitter are saying, but also the people on Twitter, and so they have no fucking idea what they're talking about. Yeah, I
You
think
gotta
this is,
keep,
you
you
gotta,
know,
yeah.
yeah. Like you can't. I don't know. It's crazy, you know.
The minor leaguers gotta get some representation though.
Fair
So
enough. Yeah.
I'm fine with them getting representation. It'll suck if the owners cut two minor league teams though.
And the two leagues or whatever. God, Craig Kimbrell sucks. The two leagues. I don't know. Like if you get rid of those, you lose a lot of baseball players. So
Yeah,
it's tough, you know. It's like the NFL, you know. You don't have minor league teams. It could turn into that, you know.
I don't
Just
think
less
baseball
players.
could ever do that.
They no, it's been there for so long, and you gotta keep the players. Keep with what you got.
Player development is so unique in MLB.
Hmm.
It's like
Absolutely.
you cannot come out of college and be good.
Yeah.
Uh, does that conclude it for the episode? Is there anything else?
I got my rankings.
Oh, the Relvis rankings.
Yeah, week two in a row. Let's get into it. AL hitters. Nate Lowe for the Rangers. Bobby Witt. Adolis Garcia had a good week. Aaron Judge and Riley Green finally performing for the Tigers. National League hitters. Mookie Betts, stud. Alec Bohm, Matt Olson, JT Realmuto, and Mark Canha all had good weeks, respectively. Hitters of the week, Nate Lowe for the Rangers. He had 385, 407 on base percentage, 10 hits, 1 triple, 1 walk, 4 homers, 11 RBIs, 4 multi hit games, 1 5 RBI game, and only 4 strikeouts in 26 plate appearances. National League Player of the Week, Mookie Betts, 308, 379 on base percentage, 8 hits, 2 doubles, 1 walk, 3 home runs, 6 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 2 multi-hit games, 1 4-hit game, only 5 strikeouts, and 26 plate appearances. Pitchers of the week, God, you suck, Craig Kimbrell. Pitchers, Domingo Germán of the Yankees, Joe Ryan, Alek Manoah, Verlander, and Dean Kramer from Baltimore all had good weeks. National League, Aaron Nola had a good week. Montgomery had a good week. Justin Steele of the Cubbies had a good week. Kyle Wright and Edward Cabrera both had good weeks. Pitchers of the week, American League, Joe Ryan, 12.1 innings pitched, 1.46 ERA, 0.81 ERA, not, sorry, 0.81 whip, 2 earned runs, 4 hits, 1 win, and 14 strikeouts. National League Pitcher of the Week, Aaron Nola, 9 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 0.56 whip, 5 hits, 11 strikeouts, 1 win. I would give it to Montgomery, but he gave up 5 earned runs. So Nate Lowe, Mookie Betts, Joe Ryan, and Aaron Nola are the players of the week. That's going to do it. And Craig Kimbrell is about to walk the bases loaded and the Dodgers are about to lose to the Marlins. So,
I'm watching the Angels game. I think the inning just ended, but Mike Trout was standing next to Anthony Rizzo on first base. And I'm like, damn,
really?
these guys look eerily similar.
Why? Because they're white.
I don't know. They look the same, though.
Get it. Double play. Double play. 1, 2. No! Oh my God, I hate this team.
Oh, I hate the Dodgers. We're only the best team
Trey Turner overthrew Freddie Freeman by a couple feet.
Oh, damn.
And he had to jump into the air. He couldn't make the play. He got one
Yikes.
out, though.
Oh, that's
God.
fun. Run
Yeah.
scores, though, right?
Nope.
Oh.
First and third.
Oh, I thought you said walk with the bases loaded.
No, walk
You meant
the
walk
bases
the
loaded.
bases loaded. Okay. That's a little more reasonable.
Uh-huh.
That was a bad throw.
You saw that?
Yeah, I just opened it right now and the replay was up.
Yeah.
What else is there? There was something else that I wanted to say. Oh, it might be over for you, Andrew.
What?
I may have found a battery mate.
Huh?
I may have found someone to throw with.
Okay.
If I did, it's GG's for you.
Keep that same energy.
I will.
Hold
I
on. Give me
will.
1 second.
But you're going to look up my statistics, my 11 ERA. Except I don't think any of those runs were actually earned, so it was actually 0.
Oh, really?
I don't know. There's so many errors.
What the? Well,
You gonna
I
go to the
was gonna
Boomers
say
batting
something
cages?
witty, but Adam Eaton went to Miami. Chris Sexton went to Miami. So you're in trouble, dude. I'm learning from all of them. They're gonna teach me how to hit, and
Let's see if
You're gonna be
anyone
screwed.
from KU baseball.
you probably have more.
No, we're not a baseball school. Baseball in the major leagues on the KU official website. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Any interesting names?
I don't know any of these players.
I don't know any of these guys. I'm like looking for one legend, but there's
Yeah.
none. Oh, it's
You know,
an
Big Ben went to
alphabetical order.
Miami.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, we're not playing football. We're playing baseball. So
Fair enough. Yeah, Adam Eaton is the #1 player at Miami.
there was a player from KU that was on the San Francisco Giants World Series team in
Really?
2014. Yeah,
Who was it?
Brett Bocce.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
I've never heard of him before in my life. He's a pitcher. I'll call him up
Bruce
right now.
Bochy, the manager.
No, Brett.
Oh.
Jeff, that's not a guy. Sam Freeman, he played on a bunch of different teams. I've begun to notice that the more teams a player has next to his name, the worse he is.
Yeah, you don't say, right?
What?
Get this guy out, please.
A lot of pitchers from KU. But like bad bullpen pitchers that pitch like
Oh, really?
every other year or whatever for like 8 different teams. Yeah. Mike Zagurski. Let's see
Who
if this
is-
guy has a good ERA.
Walter Alston. Oh, he played 1 year with the Cardinals. That's great.
Mike Zagurski? Dude, he's kind of wide. What the fuck?
Bases are loaded, 1 out.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's going to conclude our episode today. KU baseball is better than Miami baseball. It is a fact of life. And another fact of life, I am better than Andrew. Okay, I'm a better
up for debate.
I'm a better pitcher than you are hitter. We will settle this summer.
We
Unless
will
I don't
settle
get
this.
someone to throw with. If I don't get someone to throw with,
You
then
are
I will be
screwed.
ass. That's the way
Uh-huh.
that this works, because I need to get my reps in. You got to build the arm strength, got to get the velo up to upper 80s, low 90s.
Fair enough, fair
That's
enough.
what I've been
Whatever
throwing.
helps you sleep at night, you know? But
All right.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see you next week on Monday, everybody. Goodbye.
So